Hello dear students, welcome again to the second part of our video on the language movement. So in the first part of the video, we have seen how Pakistan state was created on the basis of two-nation theory, and language issue became a serious political agenda, and we have seen the beginning of language movement because of the proposal from West Pakistan to make Urdu as the state language. So in this part, we're going to see how the language movement continued and what was the impact of language movement on our national history. We have seen the role of these key figures of the Muddan Mujlish at the beginning of the language movement. Students played a vital role in the language movement. Students' participation was spontaneous, and we have seen lots of political programs attended by the students. And students' participation has been overwhelming throughout the nation. Students organized State Language Action Committee and All-Party State Language Action Committee. These students' bodies continue to organize strikes, movements, and agitation, which create huge pressure on the government. And throughout 48, 49, we have seen these sort of activities. Meanwhile, in the National Assembly, in the Constituent Assembly, Dhirendranath Dotto, an MNA, had demanded the use of Bangla in the assembly besides English and Urdu. And he also seriously opposed the idea of making Urdu the only state language. And he strongly said that Bengali people are the majority, and their language should be the state language. And if Urdu is made the state language, Bangla should also be given the status of the state language. Meanwhile, we have seen a very important political development. In 49, the political leaders of East Pakistan came out from Muslim League, and they have created a separate political party, which was known as East Pakistan Awami Muslim League. In Dhaka, they have organized a meeting, and from there, they have declared the birth of this new political party, and the founding president of this party was Maulana Abdul Hamid Khan Bashani. Hussain Shahid Sohrawardi played the most vital role, along with other leaders, to create this political party. Awami Muslim League created a solid political platform for the ongoing language movement, and the student wing of this party, Chhatru League, also played a vital role in the ongoing students' agitation during the language movement. So the zenith of this movement is 21st February, which is also known as 21 February. On that very day, there was a meeting going on in the assembly, and students have decided to break section 144, and they have decided to go to the assembly and submit their proposal. And they have started their procession from the historic entrance of Dhaka Medical College. And when they started their procession, police fired on them, and Rafiq, Salam, Jabbar, Barkat died. Along with them, many other people also died. And when this news spread about the police fire on students' procession, people from all strike of Dhaka and other cities came out, and they participated in this movement. From the next day, after the Gaibana Zanaza, students' procession continued, and students from different parts of the country started joining the procession. So language movement turned into a nationwide movement after the event of Omar Ekushe. And this movement continued till 1956, until Bengali was declared as the state language in the first constitution of Pakistan in 1956. Oppression on language was a very common issue in the history of Pakistan period. We have seen the attitude of the West Pakistani people to undermine the Bangla language. And that is the main reason why the 21 February started to be observed from 1953. Attack on culture, Bengali culture and language was very common in the Pakistani era. We have seen in the Ayub regime, there was a proposal of writing Bangla in Roman scripts. And in 1967, the poems and songs of Rabindranath Tagore was considered against the value of Pakistani state. And Radio Pakistan stopped broadcasting the songs and poems of Tagore, which was considered as an assault on the Bangla culture. So this attitude of the Pakistanis were seriously protested from the Bengali people, and we have seen a cultural organization, Chaya Knot, came forward to play a vital role to uphold the spirit of Bengali culture. Chaya Knot started to practice Rabindranath's thoughts and his songs, and Chaya Knot also started to observe the Pohila Boishakh, which is the New Year celebration. Pohila Boishakh was also criticized by the Pakistani government as a festival of the minority Hindu community. So Bengali culture, Bengali language has always been undermined by the Pakistani government, and people of this land, Bengali people, always tried to uphold their culture and their identity. And this cultural frontier became the spirit of the political movement that started to become very important in our history. So from the language movement, we have clearly seen that the sense of Bengali nationalism emerged, and language movement was the first among all the movements in the Pakistani period. So we can also call it the seed of all the movements, because this separate identity of Bengali nationalism was the source of inspiration for the later movements. And even today, we observe 21st February as a historic day, and it is part of our integral identity. Students, thank you very much for listening. And your next topic is dictatorship and struggle for democracy. Thank you very much for listening.